was my thing was like, okay, I am positioned in a company that will give me the ability to take that yearly salary that will position me to take what I was making yearly and make on a monthly basis. It will give me position to do that. Why am I letting six-figure years keep me from six-figure months? So what made me think differently was having that level of comfort ripped away and having to use what I already have. I was in a room with people who were I was this past weekend. I was in a room with it was eight-figure mastermind. And you in order to get in that room, you had to net 500,000 or more. Okay. And it was black women that looked like me. Right. Now I was invited to that room. Okay. So not there yet. Right. But they see the potential. Right. So I got in that room and um they were saying, give your number. What's your income you want to make next year? Right. I wrote down my number, very humble, just a number that made sense to me. But when I heard the other people's numbers in the millions, it made me realize I'm not thinking big enough. I'm not thinking big enough. So what made me realize that it was enough was I got into a room with people who didn't let their here's the saying, you don't let people sit. Hold on. So what it was, the number I wrote down, the person beside me said, I made that last week. So that was my moment. That was my moment. And it made me so when I tell people that, you either thinking too small or not big enough, right? So I was like, man, I am limiting the calling that's on my life. So I tell people all the time, do not let a six-figure year keep you from a six-figure calling. So that was, six-figure month calling, six-figure years versus what you can do six figures in a month. So I just really had an aha moment. This was recent. This was like as of last week. So that was my moment to really think, my pastor always says, think local, build global.
And to your moment to revisit and to reframe what your goals are financially.